Let's wrap up our study of the Trinity with some final thoughts. First of all, if you're looking for a 4-word description of the Trinity, hopefully you know it by now. One being, 3 persons. God exists as one in being, and yet 3 in person. Now remember, each person is fully God. Secondly, this is a paradox, but it's not a contradiction. A contradiction would be to say that there is one God and there are 3 gods. That's not what the doctrine of the Trinity teaches. It teaches that there is one God in being who exists in 3 persons. Now, that's not a contradiction, even though it's paradoxical. It's very difficult for us to understand. Thirdly, it's difficult to understand because we've never met anyone like this before. I'm one being who is one person. You are one being who is one person. Everyone you've ever met is one being and one person. And somehow, mysteriously, wonderfully, God exists as one being, yet in 3 persons. We don't fully get it. We don't fully grasp it. We can't fully articulate it. But this is how God exists. And finally, it's awesome that he exists this way because God is God and we are not. At the end of the day, once we've studied the Trinity, we have to take a step back and we have to say, God, you're awesome. I worship you for who you are. You are greater than I am. I will never be God. You always have been God. I will worship you in your magnificent complexity. I will worship you because you are God and I am not. I encourage you before you go on to chapter 2 to just as a group ask this question. Do you have any final thoughts for yourself on the doctrine of the Trinity? We'll see you in the next chapter.